Jimbo's Garage.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Jimbo's Garage. Well, today I've got a little metal project I'm getting ready to build. Again, a little bit of an organization deal I got going on here. I got a bunch of these drain fittings lying around in trash cans and buckets all over here, and it's really bugging me because it's really unorganized. And I've got a little room underneath this rack right here, and I thought that I would build a set of bins, if you will, roughly about 15 inches square, with dividers in there to separate the different the T's, the 90s, the 45s, the couplings, whatever I may have, so I can get them organized in the bin that would mount to the bottom of this right here. That would get them out of the just laying around in the trash cans here and the buckets that I got going on, so I could see more of what I've got. So that's what I think I'm going to do, and I'm going to use some square tubing, and I was thinking of some expanded metal for maybe the bottom and the sides of it. But I'm going to take a trip down to my metal supply store, see what they got down there, and buy something up, bring it back, and we'll put something together. Let's do it. Okay, everybody. Well, hey, back from the metal supply store, and I went ahead and picked up some 1¼ 095 square tubing right here. I found some expanded metal. I got a couple of 4x4 sheets of this. We'll be able to hack this up, I think, and use it for the bottom and the sides. So I think I got a pretty good plan. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to start by making two rectangular frames, if you will, separated by 15-inch pieces in there. We're going to get two of those put together, and then we're going to go from there. So let's do it. All right, so I'm cutting all the pieces up I need to make the frame and the cross members for this project I'm doing. And you know, I'm using the Makita cold saw, and if you guys have ever used one of these things, you know, with a metal cutting blade, these things are amazing. They literally cut just as fast as a miter saw going through wood. It was probably one of the greatest investments that I've ever made. This is just an amazing saw. It just cuts this stuff up perfectly square. Cuts 45s perfectly squared, fast, very accurate. Anyways, really nice piece of equipment. Well, we've got all the pieces cut that we need, so let's go ahead and get to assembling. All right, so we're starting the assembly here, and we're going to be using the Everlast Power IMIC 205 for this whole project. You know, it's the best thing. The MIG welder really is a great thing for this right here. I got the volts at about 18.5 volts, and I'm running the wire speed right at about 275, 278, right in there. That seems to be the best setting for this. Anyways, everything is going good. We'll get these things all put together, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I've got the frames, the two frames welded together. I've got them welded, grinded, took a flap disc, smoothed them out, and got them side by side. And like I said, I'm building this thing on the fly here, not certain how I'm doing it. I'm just kind of building it as I go. This is kind of what I'm looking for. I need compartments that are roughly 15 by 15. That looks like what I'm going to have. I've measured the distance between here and here. It's 12 5/8 of an inch. I'm going to need 6 pieces for this one, 6 pieces for that one. That's 12. I'm going to need 2 pieces on each end. That's 16, and at least 2 pieces top and bottom to hold them together. That's at least 20 pieces at 12 5/8. And looking at my material, it's going to be really close. So I'm going to get to cutting. I need a whole bunch of 12 5/8. So let's do it. All right, here we are back at the cold saw, and of course this thing is making short order of all the pieces that I need there. And we'll get everything all cut up and get everything put together. It does look like I'm going to run short a little bit on material, but that's okay. Hey, we'll just keep the project rolling and we'll carry on. Okay, well, I used every piece of metal I got in the house, including the stuff I have in my scrap bin, and I got 16 pieces. I need some around 20. So we're not going to make it complete. I'll have to get to the metal scrap or metal yard tomorrow, pick up another stick of 1¼ inch. But what we have here, we may as well go ahead and put it in. So basically, I've got enough for all 6 on both sides and the 2 connecting ones on the end. So let's go ahead and put it together. All right. So everything is going just as planned here. Like I said, I'm building this thing as I go. I don't really have any major plans or measurements to go by. I'm just getting pieces put in as I think they should go. And so far, I'm really happy with where everything is going together here. Everything seems to be working just like I thought it would, and we're just moving forward. Okay, well, we got everything all welded up and got everything grinded down, and took a flap disc and caught all the edges and smoothed everything off. I know I probably didn't need to do that because it is mounted outside, but I don't know. I just wanted it to look cool. I wanted it to be nice and smooth, and I just wanted it to be a complete project. So we got all that done, and I got it tacked together on each side. So we have our frame right here, so we're getting closer. What I have to do is I need to get over to the metal supply store. I'm a little bit short. I got to get some more 1 1/4" tubing, and I'm going to put a couple cross members across the top, a couple cross members across the bottom, and then we'll be able to get our expanded metal and get it cut out and put the sides in here, and we're getting close to being complete. So it's getting late out here tonight, so I'm going to call it a night, and we're going to pick this thing up tomorrow. All right. Okay, well, I managed to find myself to get over to the metal supply store today and pick up another length of 1 1/4" tube here to finish this project. So I've cut them out. So the game plan is here to put 3 pieces here on the bottom, and I don't know yet, probably 3 on the top. I've got to measure out there to see exactly where they got to line up to get welded up. And then we're going to start cutting out this expanded metal, and hopefully we can get close to finish this thing tonight. Let's do it. Okay, so we're getting ready to cut up this expanded metal here, and you know, I thought all along that I would be able to use the plasma cutter on this thing, and I thought it would make short order of everything I needed to do, and I thought it was the perfect tool. But as I started going with the plasma cutter, I realized it was taking a lot longer. I was cutting through it no problem, but you know, it just was like cut after cut after cut after cut, and it just seemed like it was taking a long time. So I switched over to my, you know, 4.5" angle grinder with a cutoff disc on there, and that definitely seemed to be a lot faster and a lot efficient, and you know, the cuts were perfectly smooth. So that seemed to be the way to go, and that's the way I finished the rest of the cuts out with the expanded metal. All right, now as you can see, we cut everything out, and you know, the expanded metal kind of fell right into place and fit perfectly where it had to go, and you know, the project came together, starting to look like something at this point, and everything's working out really good. Okay, everybody, well, there you go, mission complete. You know that this build went pretty good. I'm pretty happy. Took a lot longer than what I thought it was going to, but and it's a lot more heavy duty than what it really needs to be, but you know, I know everything I do just seems to be overboard. So anyways, the only thing left to do is to get this thing painted, get it installed on the corner of my garage over here, and then load it full of drain pipe fittings like it tends to be. So let's get that done, and we'll take a look at the finished product. Okay, everyone, well, there you have it. Got the thing installed, and I gotta say, it's everything what I thought it would be. All my fittings are stored in here nice and organized, and it worked out just as I hoped it would. A little bit on the heavy duty side, just like everything I build is always overbuilt, but still, fortunately, fits in here nicely, and more importantly, I'm organized, and I don't have my fittings all in buckets laying around. Everything is up where it should be and looking good. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe for more.
See you next time on Jimbo's Garage.